Hey guys, in this video we are going to see how to create the scene in Blender. I use different lights, materials as well as grease pencil to create this scene from scratch. So in this video I'll be taking you through my process of how I created this scene from modeling to final result, and will also be sharing some useful tips and tricks which will help you out in your own process. So now let's get started with the video. So I'll be using this reference image to model this scene. Starting with the cube and scaling it down for modeling the room. Add edge loops in horizontal as well as in the vertical for the windows. 2 edge loops in the middle for separating the windows. Select these two faces and press E to extrude and S to scale down to make the windows. Now add a cube, scale it down and add an edge loop for the back support. Now move the top face in the y-axis and rotate it around the x-axis. Add 2 edge loops in the sides to model the resting handles. Select the top faces and extrude them by pressing E. Add an edge loop to connect the resting handles with the back support. To merge two vertices, first select both the vertices. Then press M and select at last to merge at the last vertex. Now add a cube for modeling the cushion. Place it properly so it does not clip into the chair object. Now add some edge loops to smooth out this cube object. Press I to insert the front face and move it in the y-axis by pressing G then Y. Add edge loops accordingly and move them in the y-axis to get the right form. Go to the side view to make sure the cushion looks just right. Now add an edge loop around the object and press S to scale down. Add a cube by pressing Shift plus A to model the wooden shelf in the back. Add edge loops in the sides as well as in the middle by pressing Ctrl plus R. Now select front and back faces, then right click and select bridge faces. Repeat the same with the other faces to get these empty spaces. Now inset by pressing I and extrude by pressing E to make the cabin. Now add a cube again and scale it to model the books. Duplicate by pressing Shift plus D, then move it in the X by pressing G then X. Now add a cube and scale it down to make this clock. Add edge loops and scale them to make the edges soft and round. Add a cylinder object to model a plant pot by pressing Shift+A. Add a cube for modeling the table. Go to the top view and add edge loops on the sides. Select the bottom 4 faces and extrude them by pressing E. Add another cube and scale in the Z-axis to make the wall stands. Duplicate by pressing Shift+D. Now add another cube for modeling a photo frame. Inset and extrude to make the frame stand. Go to the side view to properly align it with the frame. Add a cube object and scale it to model a radio. Now let's start with the cloth modeling. Add a plane and make sure it is slightly bigger than the tabletop. Then extrude the edges to cover the table, then delete the bottom face. Now subdivide it by first selecting all the faces in edit mode, right click and select subdivision. Now select faces or vertices and use proportional editing to move them around. Add a cube object and scale it down to model the books on the table. Duplicate and rotate it to place this book on top. Extrude from one edge to make the book look slightly opened. Now add a cylinder object to model the teacup. Add a bunch of edge loops and scale them to shape it into a cup. Then press I to inset the top face and press E to extrude. Add more edge loops when needed to make it smooth and round. Now to create the handle, select the upper face and extrude by pressing E. Then repeat the same with the lower face and press E to extrude. Now connect these open faces by connecting their edges. Select one edge from each side, then press F to connect. Add more edge loops to soften the corners. You can also use proportional editing to get the right shape by moving the edge loops. Now let's model the lamp stand like in the reference image. Add a cube, then scale it in the Z-axis, then rotate it just slightly. Add 2 edge loops along its length. Then add 1 edge loop on each end of the length. Now select opposite faces, then right-click and select Bridge Faces. Now select the bottom face loop and press Alt+E to extrude along the normals. Now add a cube and scale it down by pressing S. Then use Bridge Faces to get the empty space and delete the lower faces. Add another cube and scale it along the Z-axis. Then rotate it around the Y-axis. Make it fit into the stand by moving it around in top view. Once again, add 2 edge loops along the length. Then select the front and back face and then right-click and select Bridge Faces. Now add a cylinder object for the lamp and add edge loops to shape it like in reference. Now add cylinder object and scale them along Z-axis to make the curtain stand. Place it right above the window. Now duplicate it by pressing Shift+D, then move in the X-axis. Now add a plane object and subdivide it a few times. Now select the alternate edges and move them in X-axis by pressing G, then X. Then bevel them by pressing Ctrl+B and shade smooth. Use proportional editing to make the curtain a bit wavy. Duplicate to make the other curtain and use proportional editing to change that as well. Add another plane object and place it on the chair. Add a few subdivisions to add geometry. Then use proportional editing to model the blanket properly. Move the vertices around with proportional editing and make it believable. Add another cube and scale it down to make this book. After finishing with modeling, now let's join the objects. Just select the objects in object mode and right-click, then select Join. Also rename the objects by right-clicking on their names in Scene Collection. Now let's go to Render View and add a point light by pressing Shift+A. Increase the light power on the right side and place it out the window. Move the light around and see what you find interesting. You can also use the exposure option on the right along with power. Go to the world setting to adjust the overall brightness of the scene. Now let's start with the color. Open the shader editor and add a new material to the room object. Now select a color from Principled BSDF while the object is selected. Now select the wall faces and assign a green color with the new material. Now let's quickly assign different colors to all the objects with the different materials. Use darker colors for the faces which are in shadow. First assign a new material to an object, then assign sub-materials to their faces. Now go to the camera view by pressing numpad 0. Adjust the camera to cover the whole scene. While in camera view, press Shift plus A, then Grease Pencil, then Scene Line Art. Now add Grease Pencil object by pressing Shift plus A. Now go to Draw mode, then select Surface for stroke placement. Then start drawing over the surface of the objects with the pen tool. Now go to the color layer in the Layers panel on the right side. Select a different material from Materials, then go to Draw mode. Now let's add more details to the scene with Grease Pencil. Now let's make some pot plant with the grease pencil. Here I'm drawing the plant in the pot with the help of a 3D cursor. This is done on the lines layer in the layers panel. Now go to color layer, then use a different material and start adding color. Add some bright green as well to give the illusion of light. Then draw some leaves around the plant as if they are floating. Draw from different views so it does not look flat. Let's add a point light for the lamp by pressing Shift+A. Play with power and exposure options as well as color to see what works. Now let's open Compositor from down below. Now add a glare node and put it between here. You can try decreasing threshold value in the highlights to add some bloom. Also try changing the tint to change the bloom color. You can use curves in the render properties down below for color management. That's it. Thank you for watching the video to the end. I hope you liked this tutorial. Let me know in the comments.